Hey, my name is Ralph and I'm with Flexfilm. The video that I'm doing is about, when you order your paint protection, do you order it with a cap sheet or without a cap sheet? This is a cap sheet. It is like a release liner material that is simply over the paint protection. So you have these three layers. I don't know if you can see that. Backer sheet, the actual paint protection film, and the cap sheet. I think there's a lot of confusion about the cap sheet, and I think the more you know about it, the more you may want the cap sheet. This is at least my opinion. It is convenient to get your roll without a cap sheet because you don't have to pull it off. And sometimes it's aggravating to have to pull it off. It's like an extra step. Sometimes when you pull off this material, it creates static electricity. It's aggravating. It might actually damage your plotter. You probably could spray it, with a light mist to deactivate the static electricity, but a lot of people don't seem to think to do that for whatever reason. Here's what the cap sheet does that's really important, okay? Number one, it's usually put on for shipping. When you're moving a paint protection product, it's supposed to be stored vertically. Sometimes they're stored horizontally. And if you actually have a roll that rests on the side of a shelf and it's not supported by the end caps, any pressure over time will transfer a distortion through the glue, through the layers, all the way to the cord in some cases. But if you put a cap sheet on there, you can slow down the product from being damaged in shipping and get a second chance and minimize any distortion, at least through multiple layers. A lot of times people, put their paint protection on roller bars before they load into the plotter, and then they pursue cutting their pattern. I'll talk about that in a second, but what if you forget your paint protection and you leave it on the roller bars and you come back the next day? Well, just the weight of the paint protection on the roller bars, if you don't have a cap sheet, you're kind of screwed. You've got this repeating distorted pattern all throughout the roll, and it's usually almost garbage at that point. You can only do like door cups and edge guards and things like that, and you just wasted the whole roll. With a cap sheet, sometimes you get saved. So let's talk about the last thing about a cap sheet that I really like. If you're buying a top shelf product like what we sell and what other big brands sell typically, these products are very beautiful and clear, transparent. And when you cut a pattern and you try to see where you've cut to try to weed the pattern, it's almost impossible to see unless you have really, really good eyesight and you got the right light. I know people may say it may dull your blade, it may not last a lot longer. Maybe it does, but blades are kind of cheap. So, but you can see everywhere you cut, and it makes it super easy to weed. And it really makes it easier just to weed it, and then you can just take it off really easy. Cap sheets I think are really important, and I don't know what happened in our industry where everybody started off wanting their product sent to them with no cap sheet. But as I see it, cap sheets are becoming more and more popular. And again, it's not that hard to remove them. And then you have your regular product, and then you got your backer sheet, and you can install the product, But hey, if you want a second chance, sometimes the cap sheets and shipping, easy to cut. And last but not least, you get second chances when you forget to leave your product on the roller bars too long and leaving it on the shelf, hanging over. You get a second chance with the cap sheet. Thank you.